The aircraft you see behind me is the first of 29 Echo model Apache helicopters being acquired under Land 4503. It will also acquire longbow crew trainers, maintenance trainers and other support trainers, as well as the wider support system to allow this aircraft to function effectively. We would not be at this point with the first aircraft here in Australia without the great support we've had from US Government, from US Army, Boeing International and Boeing Defence Australia, who have all contributed to get the project to this point and have our aircraft now arriving in Australia. The acquisition of these helicopters follows in the footsteps of the acquisition of the Chinook helicopter, the Black Hawk, and for Navy the Seahawk helicopter. One of configuration alignment. That means we take a disciplined approach to the way that the aircraft is configured, where all of the systems are the same as our US Army brethren, all the way down to the paint scheme on the aircraft you see behind us. That allows us to leverage off their considerable experience in training, in logistics and support, and allows us to focus on the things that make us different in how we intend to operate this aircraft. Complex systems require an appropriate support system behind them. In December 2023, the Department of Defence signed a contract with Boeing Defence Australia for 7 years to support these Apache helicopters. This contract will employ 230 people with 160 people here in Townsville. And the contract will provide support to the operational unit, to the training unit, and to the wider logistics and engineering requirements to support this aircraft. We're really proud of this contract because it will provide that fundamental support to ensure this aircraft is a success from today on its arrival. It is noteworthy that the aircraft behind me has the Made in Australia stamp on it already. Companies such as Cablex, Axiom Precision Manufacturing, Ferra and Mincham are all now contributing into the Boeing international supply chain, with Thomas Global International providing components to every Apache that comes off the production line. We're really proud of what those companies have done and the fact that our aircraft and every other aircraft that comes off the production line in the factory now has Made in Australia proudly stamped somewhere inside its airframe. This system will not function without a capable and competent technical workforce. That will also rely on a civilian workforce to work alongside our military members to maintain these complex systems. We're very proud that we have a contract now in place with Boeing Defence Australia, subcontracting Aviation Australia, to allow us to make sure these aircraft are supported. And we will train local people in North Queensland as civilians to maintain these aircraft and work alongside their military counterparts. For us, that's a really important part of making this system work, but also the opportunities that provides to civilian members of the local community to operate and support this aircraft. So the configuration and alignment of this aircraft is one that allows us to leverage off the huge fleet size and the experience that US Army has with this aircraft from an operational perspective, from a technical perspective, from an engineering and support perspective. All of those things are well versed inside the US Army approach, and all of those things we can leverage off in order to simply take that and draw it down onto our aircraft. There are ways that things that we will do with our aircraft that are going to be different, and those are the things that we need to focus on in order to make this system successful.
Well, it's great to be here in Townsville with the arrival of Australia's first two AH-64 Echo Apache helicopters. They're part of a fleet of 29 aircraft that will be delivered. I'd like to acknowledge the support that we've received from our international partners, in particular the United States and our industry partners in Boeing. Army's Battlefield Aviation program is going through a significant period of transformation. We're investing in proven and mature aircraft systems, and this includes the CH-47 Foxtrot Chinook cargo helicopter, the UH-60 Mike Black Hawk utility helicopter, and now the AH-64 Echo Apache attack helicopter. The AH-64 Echo Apache attack helicopter is the most advanced helicopter on the battlefield today, delivering reconnaissance, communications, networking, and fire support to our integrated force. The Apache, when you look at it, looks like previous variants, but this is the most modern version of this aircraft, and it delivers enhanced capabilities, particularly giving us the cutting edge ability to do crewed and uncrewed teaming on the battlefield. The Apache fleet is positioned here in Townsville beside our Chinook helicopter fleet, and by having both of these aircraft systems side by side, it's helping Defence to deliver a more resilient helicopter capability for the nation.